Former President Jacob Zuma will make an announcement about his political future in Soweto this afternoon, and speculation is rife on whether the former statesman will be launching a new party or moving into an existing one. We take a look at the possibilities. We're now joined by political analyst, Professor Sethulego Matebesi. Thank you very much, Prof, for your time this afternoon. It's speculation abound. But to your knowledge, or rather, when you speculate, what options are available for the former president?
Hi, good morning, Dudu, and good morning to the viewers. It's definitely a very difficult one, and I've also been listening to many commentators. But there's one certainty about the imminent decision that will be taken or announcement rather, by former President Jacob Zuma, that it will disrupt the African National Congress, and for me it might be a case of joining another political formation.
When you say it will disrupt the African National Congress, if he does join a different political organization, how so?
Yes, well, one thing that is certain, I don't think the former president will make an announcement perhaps about issues within the African National Congress. That will be part of it, but we've seen recently with the resignation and then rejoining the African National Congress of the MK veteran. At the end of the day, irrespective of these decisions, fact of the matter is that there is reputational damage that comes with some damaging allegations that have been made by some of these members or former members of the African National Congress. There's a huge impact. And if you look at in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, one of the, provinces in terms of support, electoral support for the African National Congress, irrespective of the political standing of the former president, I strongly believe that he still has supporters, and that may just, cause a lot of confusion within the ranks of the African National Congress. But I don't believe that members of the African National Congress who have been sympathetic to his cause will now and must join wherever he's going. But the fact of the matter is, his announcement will cause some disruptions within the African National Congress if he decides to join another political formation.
Maybe his comrades may not leave to join him, but do you perceive there will be South Africans who will?
Yes, definitely. There will be South Africans. And something that I've been very consistent is that you've got key ANC members who've got maybe different views, who don't agree what is going on within the organization, but will never even try to risk losing their jobs and stuff like that. So it's those individuals who I think will not necessarily take a decision to join Jacob Zuma, but there might just be South Africans who will follow him. And we have seen in South Africans under many circumstances where it seems as if ordinary South Africans and even partisan members will align themselves to a certain party leader, irrespective of what allegations are being peddled against this individual. And I think the same will apply with Jacob Zuma. But I don't think it will be to such an extent that it will cause too much chaos within the African National Congress.
Any of the presidential perks that he enjoyed or post his leaving the ANC, are they under threat? Should he join any political formation or create a political formation?
I don't think so. I don't think the ANC or any government leaders would want to go that route. We have seen too many, already a lot of things happening around the persona, Jacob Zuma. And I know perhaps another question is, well, what else can he offer to the South African political landscape? But definitely we've seen some of the indirect consequences of taking action against him. I mean, legal action is one thing because we are all equal in front of our courts of law. But fact of the matter is, if the African National Congress, by default, their leaders want to now remove some of his benefits as being a former president based on his in joining another political party, I think that will be suicidal yet again for the ruling party. It will be an own goal because I don't think these benefits are attached to your allegiance to a certain party, but based on you occupying that position in the past.
The very brief statement that has been released around this also notes this is not the South Africa we fought and many died for. What do you read into this, and what role did the former president play in where the ANC is today?
Not only where the ANC is today, but where South Africa is today. And that's a luxury that only our public representatives can afford, where when it suits them, they come out and make these pronouncements. And I mean, they are party. I mean, even today, tomorrow, what happens today in our political landscape will be history. But believe me or not, our politicians are like a rainbow. They change overnight. And that's why I say when it suits them, they use all these narratives and pronouncements to try and portray the current government as being bad. But yet, they were also at one stage leading. And I don't think that's much to read into that because I think we are where we are partly because of many of these public representatives, including the former president and even some current leaders.
What about some of the veterans? We saw what unfolded this week with a resignation and a non-resignation.
Yes, most definitely. I was one who predicted that perhaps Mabuso will not rejoin the African National Congress due to the public space. But one should also know that you can never say never with our politicians. But the damage that has been caused, you can't undo some of the public, pronouncements that he has made about the African National Congress. In fact, what he did, he declared a vote of no confidence. And that comes from a senior member of the African National Congress. And yet a couple of days, a week later, not even a week, you want to undo that, and then the rank and file members of the party now needs to follow suit. That's not how it happens. The damage has been caused, and it's going to be very difficult to undo the damage that has been caused. But at the end of the day, I often say it all depends on how the African National Congress will navigate around some of like for instance, the evident announcement of the former president and the formations of other political parties by former key members. Your Ace Mahashule at one stage, a Secretary General, and some of these serious attacks by their own NK veterans. It all depends how they are going to navigate around this particular issue, because there will be tremendous pressure from what I think will be a consolidated opposition going forward into the 2024 elections.
Professor Sethulego Matebesi is a political analyst. Thank you very much for your time this morning.